Where did we get to? Alright. This is new. We didn't do this stuff last night. Number 90th place by Green Jerry, Rocky Forest. And yes, I have been checking my audio this whole time.
Nice.
And it's still going. Welcome, this is Rocky Forest. In this level, we find that the 11th VLDC has started. Looks like S&W Central is at it again. I appreciate these.
Do we have to go kill SMW Central to get their alcohol?
That's our Mario crime!
Hey, we figured it out. See, I did the opposite for VLDC. I never hit the switches.
I always hit them because they are provided.
I never hit them because I wanted to make sure the level designers considered if someone didn't hit their switch.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to think about it. What happens if I go back in?
Are you just trapped? Can you start select out because you beat the level?
Yes, you can. I never even thought about that, but it's technically an exit. Rocky Forest.
Oh, I can't see Mario. This sure is some... If they're not scrolling at a different speed, why even put them there? That bugs me way more than it should.
They're actually layer 3.
Yeah, but like... You can make layer 3 scroll at a different speed.
Why am I here? I don't know, let's continue the journey. Bye, Yoshi.
Why?
I was looking at the other platforms and I forgot that the bridge was going to close on me and that it wasn't going to, you know, pull me back. I didn't mean to kill Yoshi.
Sure, that's what they all say.
Dangerous. So I think the big problem, or not big problem, but the issue with this level and why it ends up being placed so low is it feels unambitious.
It doesn't have a real theme to me, it's just things slapped together is what it feels like.
So, Green Jerry tends to have he participates in a lot of contests, and I don't think he's inherently a poor designer or something like that, but he almost always submits to the contest on the first day it starts, like within a few hours. So it's like, just instantly submits whatever he's got, or makes something really fast. And I think that always works against him.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you're submitting in that short of amount of time, like, you're not taking any time to really think through your level. Maybe you'll update it, but, like, you're not going to probably change the whole core of the level. So, I don't know, there's no benefit to submitting super early.
Other than to say you did.
Yeah, and it's not really prestigious.
I don't think anyone submitted day one and won, like, ever.
I don't think so. So, like, it's not worth doing. Like, always take your time, always test your levels, always... Well, not implying he doesn't test his levels or anything, but, you know, just... Like, there's no reason to submit super early.
Like, why not have the Goomba on the top there so he'll fall on you if you wait too long?
Levels benefit from taking time to you know, go through everything. But there's nothing particularly special about this one otherwise.
Yeah. Like I said, things kind of feel just placed in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that
What
it
happened
uses
to the
multiple
dino
tile
rhinos?
sets.
What happened to the dino rhinos from earlier in the level? They're gone.
Oh,
Where do I go?
can you see? Oh.
Oh.
Well, that completely removes the whole challenge.
And like, it does just kind of go.
It's one of those levels that's just there.
It's like one of those. It's kind of a weirdly tragic level in a sense, just because it's like it's there. It's not doing much, but it's not bad. It's just not interesting.
Yeah.
However, I know that he submitted to KLDC, and I know he didn't submit on first day, and so I think he actually turned out I don't have any access to scores or anything. It's still all being scored, but I think people were saying his level wasn't too bad. So.
I mean, it wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm. Rocky Forest. I gave it 63 out of 100. This level didn't really push any boundaries, but it was a competently made forest level. The layer 3 bushes made for a nice simple visual addition, as did the cave tiles. There were some dino rhinos in the early parts of the level, but their usage dropped off at the midpoint, instead focusing more on the time lift for crossing some gaps. Aside from that, though, there wasn't really a central focus to the level as much as just a forest theme. Piranha plants helped in that regard, but they were hardly a central idea. The level was good, but it wasn't anything outstanding. A nice filler sort of level that you'd play as a refreshment between other more focused levels. Levels like this have their place, but their downside is that they usually aren't too memorable. And I suppose that's an indictment, because I didn't remember this level existed before now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, levels like, okay, I say this, levels like this have their place, but they have their place not in a contest. They have their place in a regular hack, where if you have every single level in a hack be like this incredible, like, no holds barred, whatever, you run the risk of actually overwhelming a player as they play.
It's hard to play through some contest compilations because they end up feeling like that.
A little bit. Thankfully, because of placements and everything like that, it ends up being not as bad. Like, you do get these kinds of breaths, but ideally in a contest compilation you shouldn't have any of these breaths, because everybody should be firing in all cylinders. It's a contest, you know? Anyway, like, these kind of levels have their place, but not in a contest. Put them in a regular hack, because that's where you want them to let the player breathe. Still play the game, but let them breathe a little bit. One more. I think we'll do one more.
Okay.
Number 14th place. No. 14th place by Blind Devil. Le Reservoir.
Oh, I played this one. This one,
let's see, Le Reservoir.
My thoughts on this one is that it was hard. I had all of VLDC downloaded because I put together the randomized pack, so I just had all of them sitting on my SD to SNES, and I was like slowly going through all the levels.
Since you just pushed during the water, thank you for taking your precious time to read this entire message. So the way this works is the water is layer 3, and layer 3 water is funky. It does not work with message blocks.
Layer 3 anything will disappear when you hit a message box, because message box uses layer 3 and it wipes it out and doesn't restore it.
Exactly. So you can, some levels, like this one, can use that to manipulate the water.
Why is Mario blue?
I don't know.
My original character, Blue Ario.
Blueio.
He's Mario, but he's blue.
Luigi. guess I have to jump across the... I have to use the Thwomp.
Yeah.
Thwomp Man. They have it. Alright. So, enemies kind of interact with a lot of water weirdly, especially ones that can generate themselves some vertical speed.
Yeah.
Lakitus do it weird. The Goombas are weird in that regard. Or Paragoombas, because they jump. So yeah, it's kind of funky sometimes.
Yeah, over that guy, the button.
You already know what the switch does. Why are you losing precious time reading the whole message? Because I don't lose time reading the message.
Well, you're not losing time, but you're losing your time. To be fair, we're wasting our time recording this anyway, so...
I'm wasting my time, and the audience's time. Everyone's
time is just a social...
Time is a social construct?
I was gonna say time is a construct, but my brain messed it up. So, whatever. Maybe I'm getting tired again. You just high-fived that fish.
I did. Time's just a social construct, man.
Time isn't real, it's in your imagination.
Time was invented by the government to make you think you have to do things.
I remember now. That's what made this level feel really difficult.
Takes a big drag.
For some reason, the power-up's pretty far from the midpoint. I don't know why people do that, but I don't like it. Look, I could go take a big drag right now.
It's not worth it. We're almost done here.
Just get placed in the very tail end of the recording.
Ugh. Ooh,
I died to those Goombas. I think I've gotten better at Mario since I played this level last time.
I haven't. I'm still hung up on time as a social construct. It's so dumb. It ranks up there with the venerable Michael J. Caboose, who said once, "Time is oh shit, what did he say?
What's about those thwomps?
Time does not go in lines. Time is in circles. That is why clocks are round," or something like that.
Time isn't a line, it's... We know that.
Line? Time does not... God. Time does not go in lines. It goes in circles. That is why clocks are round.
If you think about it, it's still a line, just not straight. It's just a round line.
Where does it end? Where does it begin and
time is a line Ouroboros.
The beginning of time had to have been somewhere. What about the end of time?
It's the same time.
They're the same time. So are you telling me that in an infinite time, you and I are going to be back here again?
Yeah. Why not?
Is that why people like to believe in predestination?
No, it's just they don't want to worry. It's really easy to break time. You just hit your clock with a hammer. This has been a very, very long Mario session, even though it hasn't.
It's been just demonstrably shorter than the last one. Wait. Oh, that's why. There was blocks in the way of that one. Oof.
The man almost got you. Yay! You didn't hit anything!
And I had 282 time left.
A whole 282 circles. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.
Le Reservoir, 85 out of 100. I made the level much harder on myself by assuming I needed to hit the P-switch block with a throw block to beat the level. There is a P-switch block at the block right at the end to get that last Yoshi coin.
And the 3-up moon that was up there.
Yeah. It was only after a bunch of deaths, when I finally hit the block, that I realized it was just for the dragon coin and moon. With that in mind, my opinion of the level goes up. I'd been getting a little frustrated and the difficulty seemed to have spiked in the second half, but since it was only hard if you were going for bonuses, I'm more okay with it. An extra mushroom after the midpoint would have been nice, though. The use of the message box to make Layer 3 vanish as an actual mechanic was very cool. It was nice that you had to go into the sub-levels to get it to, quote, refill the reservoir. Smart idea to make the level go right to left to take advantage of the tidal movements, too. Power Goombas made for surprisingly dangerous enemies underwater, more so than fish in some cases. I think you managed to make a nice variety of setups using just the water level gimmick and a few enemy types. And the level wasn't long enough to outstay its welcome. Visually, I liked the use of the midpoint bars as caution tape, and the boss doors as girders. Really helped to make the place seem industrial. This was a level that was of good length, but left me wanting for more. Good job. Look at the graphics again.
The graphics are very nice.
Oh yeah.
I love that layer through water.
I think it's just like some simple cloud stuff.
It is, but it's a layer. It's translucent instead of the dithering that the original one has. Mm-hmm. It looks so much nicer that way. I like this caution tape. I like this caution tape. How it's used as it uses the midpoint bars for it. Ah, that's neat. I'm stealing that.
Alright, that's about all we got. It's more levels than we had done previously, and I've actually got a recording this time, and if it fails, I'm gonna fucking end this LP.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. We're getting closer. Alright, so thank you for watching. We will see you again next time for more VLDC11.
Yeah.
Yeah.